Okay, let's move on and let's go ahead and talk about what I do for automating link indexing. Okay, and so I want to talk about this. There's a plugin that I use on my WordPress sites for my video syndication networks with a companion website. Okay, or guys, look, even if you don't have a companion website and you're just doing video SEO networks, or if you want to index your Web2s for your IFTTT networks that are connected to your website. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you're doing blog syndication or video syndication, this will work for both. And if you're doing video syndication and you do not have a companion website, all you need is a WordPress site, period. A self-hosted WordPress site that you can install this plugin on, even if you don't have a companion website for your video syndication network. Doesn't matter. You can just go out and buy a .info domain or whatever, something cheap, in a .us or whatever, stick WordPress on it, install this plugin, because all it is a vehicle for automating the indexing for your Web2 networks. And I'm going to show you how right now. Okay, so I'm going to post this link on the events page real quick, and then I'm going to show you the plugin itself. All right, so this is number one. There's two steps to this. There's the plugin, and then there's an indexing service. Okay, the indexing service that I recommend is this one here. This will be the next link I'm posting, and we're going to actually walk through both of these now. So the plugin itself, and I set this up. This is on the same. This is the companion website for the How to SEO network. And since we just were talking about that, and you guys have probably seen this through the YouTube Silo Academy training anyways, like I said, here is my branded, my RSS feed URLs from my branded Tier 1 network. Okay, so any one of the Web2 accounts within that branded network that have an RSS feed output, right, that has its own RSS feed, I collected those and I put them on this sheet. So here is my branded Tier 1 network. And here are my three branded, my three Tier 2 networks, right? So Tier 2A, fed by Blogger, is right here. Tier 2B, fed by Tumblr, is right here. And Tier 2C, fed by WordPress.com, is right here. You guys see that? You get that? All right, so what I did was I just went ahead and I installed this plugin. It's called Backlink Commando. It's by Sean Donahoe. And this thing will do a ton. This is one of those Swiss Army knife plugins that does like a whole bunch of stuff. I only use it for one thing and one thing only, and that's for indexing links, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Because, again, there's so many plugins out there that will do like all these million different things, and I found that most of them are worthless. Like this one I think has, and it may have some other functions that are really cool, but I've never taken the time to use them because I use it for one specific thing, and it works really, really well for that. Okay, so I put the link on the events page there, but you guys can check it out. And I'm going to show you. I went ahead and installed it, and I activated it. Because you got to get a license key with it. And I'm going to show you very quickly how to set this up, so that you guys know how to set it up as well. But you go once you log in, you go to General Settings, or once you activate it, you go to General Settings. I'm going to scroll down here, and there's a couple options right here. The main settings that I turn off, like I turn off email posting and enable XML RPC because I'm not using those functions, so I turn them off. What this thing, and I'll show, and guys, just stick with me here. It's only going to take me a minute to show you the setup, and then you'll realize what this thing does and why I use it. Okay, so just stay with me for a moment. Okay, so this right here says max URLs per run, maximum links to promote per run. So essentially, when you see how this works, we're going to add all of our RSS URLs from our Web2 networks. Okay. And what this plugin will do is it's going to actually go scrape all of the URLs for the posts from each one of these and add them to a queue to be indexed. And it will automatically index however many, or process however many links you tell it to right here. So right now, by default, it's set to 2. Which, by the way, guys, you could do this manually, but it would be really tough. And what I mean by that is, like if we were to take this How to SEO Blogger URL here, this is from my branded Blogger. I'm going to copy this and go over to Firefox real quick and show you. This is that Blogger here, as a matter of fact. If I paste this in and we go take a look, you're going to see these are the URLs, right? So this is the URL to the post title. This is the URL back to the video. Those of you that have taken IFTTT SEO Academy, you know that we code that into the recipe. And here's a link back to the channel, right? You guys see that? So this is the RSS. This is the RSS feed. But the problem here is, how do you scrape all these URLs out of here, right? How do you get all of the URLs out of the actual feed itself and then manually post them into an indexing service? So that's where this comes in, is this plugin, because this plugin we can add the RSS feed URLs to here, and it will pull the links out and automatically submit them. So if I'm going to submit 4 rings, right, 4 IFTTT rings worth of feeds, then I'm going to want this to probably, I don't know, do maybe 5 links per run, process 5 links per run. And in days between reboosting, guys, this is a setting where like 15 or 30 days or whatever, we could say like every 15 days we want it to start over and go back through and reboost everything again, which essentially means send it back to the indexing service again. This is great for those of you that have asked questions about, you know, if you have a video that you've syndicated across your network and it ranks well, but then after a month or 2 months or whatever, it starts to lose it, you know, starts to drop in the SERPs. This is something that will help to prevent that, because it will automatically reboost or resubmit your Web 2 links for indexing, right? Which gives them a little bit of a boost, gives them a little bit of juice, which will in turn boost your video a little bit or keep it from falling. So I might say, because there's going to be a ton of links coming from these, I might say let's do 30 days. I'm going to click Save Changes. All right, next thing you got to do is just, you can skip everything else. I do, because I don't use it for anything else. But I want to scroll down, and you're going to need to set a cron job. For those of you that don't know what a cron job is, it's basically a way to automate a certain process. It's telling WordPress to do something on a certain time. Okay. Now, there are cron jobs that you can set within your host. I do not recommend that. I always recommend using an external cron. There's a cron called Set Cron Job, an external cron service called Set Cron Job that I use. I've been using it forever. It's dirt cheap if you need a pro plan. There is a free plan. If you're only going to be doing this for like one website, that's probably all you need is a free plan. If you're going to be doing this for a bunch of stuff, it's like really, really dirt cheap. Like, I don't know, I spend like maybe $50 per year on this thing, but it's called setcronjob.com. Hey, Hernan, if you get a chance, can you put setcronjob.com on the events page, please?
Sure. Yep.
Guys, this is it. I just set up a free account because I didn't want to reveal all of my other accounts, you know, all my other through my main account. But I set up a free account for this demonstration. I'm logged in. I'm going to click Create Cron Job. Right here, I'm going to paste the URL that it says right here in the plugin. If you're going to use an external cron job, you use this URL. And guys, there will be a recording for this, like there is every week. So don't worry if I'm going fast. Okay, I just want to get to some questions too. But I want to show you that you just put the URL to call here. You tell it when to call. So how often do you want it to process? Remember, we just set this to 5 links to process each time that it runs. And I'm thinking what I typically do was I'll have it process about once every 4 hours, so 6 times per day. But you can do it more, you can do it less. Don't go crazy with it though, guys, because you kind of want to drip some of these out anyways, right? So what I'm going to say is let's say I'm going to do this every 6 hours, which would be 4 times per day. So every 6 hours it's going to process 5 links, right? And it's going to do it 4 times per day, so that's 20 links per day. If I wanted to do it some more than that, let's say I do it every 4 hours, which would be 6 times per day at 5 links per process run. That's going to be 30 links per day, right? All right, so let's just go ahead and save that. If I want to go into more options, there's some other things that you can do, like you can have it, you can set a group, so you can group stuff together. You can give it a name. So let's just say how to SEO BLC for Backlink Commando. Let's just do that, okay? You can also have it tell you to notify you in case something fails, like only when cron is disabled because of failures. That way you can get an email. It'll tell you, oh, by the way, your cron's failing, which could alert you to go check your website, make sure everything's okay. There's things that you can do. But regardless, I'm going to click Save Cron Job, and now you can see these other 3 were just example crons when you sign up, so I can delete those. But you can see now I have How to SEO BLC right here. And if we go check the logs, the execution logs, you'll see that with every 4 hours this thing will run, okay? And so what that's going to do is it's going to come here and it's going to tell it to process whatever URLs it has ready to go. So that said, I'm going to keep moving, guys. I'm trying to move quick through here. Next thing you need to do is go to third party. And by the way, before we go any further, I do want to point out that why am I using Backlinks Indexer? There are 4 options here on this page that you can use for indexing services. There's Link Pipeline, OnlyWire, which I do not recommend. It would be incredibly expensive if you did. Backlinks Indexer and Linklicious. It used to be Linklicious.me, but I think it's now Linklicious.co. Out of these 4, the best one is Backlinks Indexer, guys, and I've tested, I don't know, probably a dozen different Backlinks Indexers over the years, and Backlinks Indexer is one of the best, and in fact, I have Hernan, I'm going to drop this in chat if you can put this on.
Sure.
The events page. This is a study that was done last summer by Zont SEO, who was like basically the #1 training source for SE Nuke. Any of you are familiar with SE Nuke, you'll be familiar with Zont SEO. But they tested multiple. Let's see, I thought I still had it open. Let me just show you real quick. Okay, so they did a test and they used really spammy links. Okay, so like dirt really crappy spammy links that had not indexed in 2 months naturally, and then they ran them through this campaign that was about a 90-day campaign or a 60-day campaign or something like that. And out of the results that they got, the Backlinks Indexer performed the best. And this was last summer. And this is what brought me back to Backlinks Indexer, because at the time I was using other services, but this particular post. You'll get much better results than just 20% when you're using higher quality posts, which is what we do with our IFTTT networks, right? So just so you know, that's why I'm using this, is because of this particular report. Read through this if you have time. It's very interesting. But again, if you just want the short of it, Backlinks Indexer is a good service to use. It's one of the better ones out there, in my opinion. So anyways, go purchase a Backlinks Indexer. I put the link on the events page, but you can go purchase an account there. They've got several different levels depending on your needs. So from here, what I would do is I would turn on Backlinks Indexer, and I'm going to have to pause the screen for a moment while I fill in the API key. I've got it ready, so just a moment. So I don't want you guys stealing my API key, which would happen. All right, so I'm going to go back to share my screen.
I just reiterated what you said on, the links. For if anyone is interested in buying, I just paste them again.
Yeah, please do. Here, you want let me grab them, Hernan, and I'll give them to you so you can put them on a notepad for it. Here you go.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So guys, once you've done that, once you've connected a backlinks indexing source, then you go over to RSS. We're going to click on that, and here we go. Here's where we can RSS extractor. You see that? So now we can put the feed links here that you would like to extract links from, one per line, and then I'm going to show you how this works, guys. It's freaking incredible, and I love this plugin. I've been using this for, I don't know, probably the better part of a year now, because I wanted the same thing before I realized that, for websites, guys, you probably don't want to show other people what you're doing, but for video stuff, it just helps to rank the videos quicker. All right, so you can see that all I did was just grouped all of those together into one big group. So this is my Tier 1 network and my 3 Tier 2 networks, all of the RSS feeds that are available from those networks. I'm going to click Save Changes. Okay. Now, if I come over here and go to Process Queue, and remember, the cron job that we just set is going to do this automatically now. So we could set and forget, we're done. We don't have to do anything else, it's going to do it for us. Okay, but just to show you the process, I'm going to click on Process Queue, and I'm going to go ahead and queue it. And right now what it's doing is it's going out, and it's going to start the process, and it's going to start to read all of the, and I may have, because I put so many in there all at once, it might be hard on it, but you'll see that it's going to take a few minutes, and it's going to read, and it's going to come back, and it's going to show how many links it's extracted. So you can see right here it says RSS gathering, checking RSS feeds for new items to add to the queue, and it goes through all here, and you can see each one of these feeds. It added 10 items from this feed, and 10 items from this feed, 10 from this one, 7 from this one, 2 from this one. You can see that it's gone through and it's added all of these feeds. And so now if we go over to our backlinks section over here, you'll see that we have 219 backlinks that it scraped. It pulled out of our RSS feeds. These are Web 2.0 backlinks, or links posts, Web 2.0 posts. And now every 4 hours, it's going to go out and it's going to submit 5 of them to the indexing service that I just connected. And you will get an email out of it, or you can come in and check it. And where it says Boost Now, if you click that, it's going to, the process queue, you'll see, it'll show in just a minute. You can see the wheel spinning. But now it says raising host limits, whatever, pinging and Backlinks Indexer, adding this URL to Backlinks Indexer for increased links. Okay, so again, this will happen automatically based on the cron job settings that we set with the how many links it'll process. But I just wanted to show you that that's what it does. So now this has automatically been added to Backlinks Indexer. Okay.
I love it. I have it on a subdomain. That's the index, that subdomain. I have it on a subdomain just for, with a basic WordPress install with nothing on it. and it's just for boosting and indexing purposes.
And that's exactly right. You can put it on a subdomain or just a kind of just another domain that you had. It doesn't have to be on a money site, is what I'm saying.
Right.
It can be on anything as long as it's a self-hosted WordPress site. Okay.